Greetings friends, and welcome to another tutorial from Jim's In-Town Gardens. I'm excited today because I got a lot accomplished. This was one of those days I felt good. Got the chicken coop cleaned out. I usually do it every week. Got the worms fed, well, one bin fed, extended, added another tier to one of the other worm bins that I made last fall. I got a lot done. And now I'm going to transplant some of my pepper plants. I got some exciting things to mention on that, and I'll do that as we go. Anyways, I have this tray of peppers. There's a bunch of different peppers in here. You might remember, for those who watched that video, I had hot habaneros. There was a habanero blend, which is a little bit milder, I guess. Biker Billy, which this is the first time that I've been able to get any of those plants to sprout. I've had troubles in the past, but anyways, I had planted 4 seeds and I got 4 beautiful plants. Then we have the jalapenos. Every one of those came up, and then the sweet peppers, which was a what was the name of that particular one? I just took them out too. They were California Wonder. And I had planted 8 seeds, and actually I planted 9 seeds. One cell didn't grow, but I had one cell that grew too. So I'm going to try to take the 2, separate them, and put them in another one. Anyways, this is a little earlier than I would like to do, that I'd like to transplant, and where I planted them in these cells, it's going to be a little bit tricky. If I had used the peat pellets, simple. You just take it, put it in the pot, and this I'm going to have to be a little more careful. And like I said, some of these guys are still pretty tiny. So my beautiful bride, Leanna, I gone through and marked out, or marked on the containers, because where I've got different ones, I need to keep an eye on what's what. I need to know, especially when I get them out in the garden, what's what. So let's start with, and this is a tray. I've had this for a while. I don't know if you can see that real well. Anyways, it holds these here. You have a single one. Some of them have a double one. But anyways, that's what I'm gonna use to plant these. I've used these quite a bit in the past. I like them. So I'm gonna get started with the hot jalapenos. I'm gonna have to move the camera just a tad. Working on a card table, and you would think I'd have all kinds of room, but I don't. Now, for those that might have watched this video, actually I planted this and the asparagus at the same time. This is that batch of plants that I had started. So if you want to look back, you can see, you'll know the date. But anyways, the mix that I'm using, I had the Jiffy natural organic seed starting mix. It had compost that I made last year, but also it had worm castings in it. And it's really working well. I'm really happy with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of soil in my containers. I'm not going to fill it up because I've got to work with this. So I'm going to fill it about 3/4 of the way. The soil is not quite as moist as I'd like it, and because I don't want to use chlorinated water, I'm going to water them after. I've got about 1.5 gallons, so I'll just water it after. I do have some that's being aired out now, so tomorrow I can water them in good shape. Because I like to water these from the bottom. So anyways, let's get started with the hot habaneros. And I'm going to put this down so hopefully you can see. Be able to see what I'm doing. All right. How am I going to do this? This isn't going to work out as well as I would have liked it. Maybe I can do it this way. That way you can see what I'm doing. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just kind of loosen this cell up. I need to be careful because these are so tender. They're just baby plants. Normally what I would do if they were bigger is I could maneuver this tray so I could tip it up upside down, be able to get to it. This is not going to be real easy at all. Usually once you can get one cell freed up, so I got to be careful because there's a root right there. And I noticed I did have some couple weeds in here. Up here in Maine, we've got what they call pigweed, and well, I'll tell you what, you add water, and there they are. All right, come on, plant. Let's come up. Try to be delicate with this. Okay, wow. Okay, so on pepper plants, I don't want to go above the seed, above the root ball. So do need to be a little bit careful with that. So now what I'm going to do is fill the rest of that container up. If I was doing tomatoes, I wouldn't worry about it. But with the peppers, right to the top of that root ball. So out of the hot habaneros, I ended up with 3 out of the 4 that I planted of this group. I told you I had some exciting news. In the last video, I think I had shared that I had planted some in the pea pellets. And when I did that, I ended up with two plants. And those 2 plants are doing, I'll show you those after. Those plants are really doing well. I'm really happy with those. And I didn't see anything else sprouting. So in fact, during the video, I think I had kind of chucked them down at the bottom of the seed starting rack there. This one's going to come up a little bit easier, I think. And the next day, I went to check on the plants, and I couldn't believe it. I had a whole bunch of sprouts. So I'm going to, as tiny as those guys are, I am going to plant those today. All right, come on, work with me here. I want to leave a little room on top so that I can water this bunch. It's first time up on top because I want to get quite a bit of water on this. Like I said, this mix is a lot drier than what I usually use. And the other thing, I don't know if I have mentioned, is I'm going to be topping my peppers this year. And in fact, those two that I've got, I'll show you those. I'll be planting those or topping those probably next week. Those guys are really growing nice. I'm so happy with those. Okay. These guys are really, really young. This isn't how I normally do it. I have kind of an issue in the seed rack where um, I need to make room. And I knew that these guys weren't getting quite the light that they wanted. In fact, I've got a bunch of tomatoes that I've got to do too. Um, trying to keep everything as far as the lights at an even. Well, you guys that have gardens, you've got some plants that will grow taller quicker, and I try to hold the light about an inch and a half, 2 inches above the plants. Okay, so these are the Billy Bikers. And now I got to do my two. Boy, these guys are tiny, 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 tiny too. Now I'm going to do the habanero blend. Two of those, and as you can see, they are small. If I had a small knife up here, that's probably what I do, is work around that tray with that. That would be a good idea if I had some soil too. Now, I don't know about in this seed rack, but I know other years when I've done this, within 2 days, what a difference. 2, 3 days. I mean, the plants just take off. So when I do some other work, maybe that's what I'll do, is I'll give you a shot of the seed rack, see how these guys are doing. Maybe I'll show a before and after. I had to add another light to another tier of the seed rack. I've got two in there, but I only lit one of them. And it's really increased my heat inside the seed rack. In fact, I have to be careful now. I've had it up around 87, 88, which is a little warm, I think. But that's why I've been leaving the peppers up on the top rack. They do like the heat. For those who have been watching the videos, I'm still getting quite a few comments on that video I did of the snowstorm we had a couple, 3 weeks ago. That's people have had a lot of fun with that one. Not so much on the YouTube channel, but on other sites. Now it's a little hard on that one. Yesterday I had gone down to a local business that does firewood. They got firewood, a lot of firewood. And they sell different ones. Anyways, they dry a lot of the firewood. So I had gone down to see if maybe I could get some of the ash. They have a big boiler that they fire up. Of course, they burn wood, and that's how they dry the firewood. I mean, cords and cords of firewood. So, anyways, it was a wet day. It started raining. It was cold. I think we had 33, 34 degrees. Cold, windy. And when I got there, the ashes were froze to a pile. So I might go down tomorrow. And the thing is, it's going to be cold again tomorrow. But anyways, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the video now. I'll transplant them, and I'll show you what it looks like when we come back. Well, hello again, gardeners. This is a few days after the video when I first started, when I was transplanting these peppers. Lots happened. I got quite a few of them done, and I had some things that came up. Of course, Sunday, my wife and I hold 2 church services, so of course Sunday was out of the picture. But anyways, they have grown nicely. I think it was Friday when I planted those. Let me show you. I just took them out of the seed rack. You can see that they've already started growing, so that's pretty awesome. So I'm going to put them back in the seed rack. There was some other ones that I did today. They're nowhere near as big as this, so it makes a big difference. Getting into the worm castings, the compost, that peat, that makes such a big difference. So I'm excited about these. Hopefully very soon I can start topping them. So stay tuned. Later on today, I'm going to be transplanting a bunch of the Amish paste tomatoes. Those are also in the seed pellets. So hopefully you'll join us for that journey too. Have a great day, everyone.